Oh,
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the therapdrugspod. We got some
oh,
amazing stories going on and some crazy Bong tokes.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, make sure the
Rough
patio
one.
doors. Oh, just make sure the patio doors open before you take a toke. If you want to blow it outside, I like to. I don't know why. But yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
ended up going down the
Anyways,
wrong side. I got the hiccups
you
now
gonna
from
make it?
swallowing. Hopefully not.
Can't die. Can't
If,
die down here in the
if
pod.
yeah,
Hospital's
exactly.
not nearby. Or
Yeah,
down
no.
here in the bunker. I mean, down here in the pod.
Yeah, don't worry. We got a doctor in the commune, Todd.
Oh yeah.
hmm I don't know if he's licensed, but
We call him doctor.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
We believe in pure capitalism. No government interference. You say
Yeah,
you're a doctor, and people keep going to you, then we believe.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's like we're just like Chaz in the underground bunker, except
Better.
yeah, exactly. Because like, have you? I heard this crazy story from Cumtown from Nick and Mullen. So who knows
Yeah.
how straight it is, but it was basically like uh these two black kids in a car just got killed, got like shot up. The whole car got shot out by these guys who were like security protectors of Chaz or whatever in Chaz. So like I guess even they have racist police. And some people are saying like, oh, it's right infiltrators, what have you. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. It's hard to say, cause
like
there's been a lot of people around, and like anyone can. They're not like stopping anyone from walking through there. Anyone can go through and fucking do whatever.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's what they're saying. Like anyone could go in and want to be the police and
Yeah.
fuck up everything, which is just hilarious and terrible at the same time.
and,
Like it's
and
terrible
fucked up.
because that's people's fucking lives.
Yeah. Super surprised that's still going on. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it is super surprising, but at the same time, it's like they're just letting it go so that they can show like, is there really a better system out there? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like as stupid as I think Joe Rogan's argument is about giving the police more money for more training, I do think it's true they need more training, but at the same time,
They
you
have
could
too
just
much
have
money already.
that. Well, they
Yeah.
respond to too many incidents. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's
Yeah.
different type of people that could respond to certain incidents if they had better training.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really hope whatever happens. As long as communism and Marxism doesn't take over the U.S., it'll be good to see black people actually get some rights and
Yeah.
police actually fucking get charged for these murders.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. Just because they got arrested doesn't mean that'll happen, though, unfortunately,
Yeah,
especially
I
with
know.
Trump's whole court system. And if you want to hear more about Trump and Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell being arrested in the stunning estate she bought through a shell company,
The stunning instinct.
you can check. Yeah, shout out to Tim Dillon for that hilarious joke. I'm sure he'll talk more about it, so I don't want to get too much into it. But we did also get a lot into Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein and Trump a bit, and a bit about one of Trump's buddies, William Barr. So if you want to hear more about that, just check out the last bonus pod we put out there.
Yeah, buddy or possible handler. if you believe our made up conspiracies.
Yeah, exactly. Not that made up.
Yeah,
Just speculation on
speculation on the facts.
real research. That
Yeah.
handler part, but
We got all the sources.
yeah,
If you want to
exactly.
check out that video, it's a long, interesting one.
Yeah, but yeah, things will be posted, but you can look up as well as we can what William Barr actually did on his resume.
Yeah.
Like it's just common knowledge. It's not like we're doing anything crazy out there.
Yeah.
We're just
It's not
making
even
it
that
easier.
far-fetched.
Yeah, exactly. We're just making it easier to absorb in audio form. So like we always say, if there's anything you want to hear us talk about, if there's any cool trip stories you've got, don't forget to comment, email, text us, give us a call. If you're bored, we probably won't answer, but we'll listen to the voicemail. And yeah, we'll see what's good in the hood and reproduce that here in the bunker because we're staying away from COVID. So
Yeah.
we may be missing what's hot in the streets other than walking the dogs every once in a while. Got to make sure the German Shepherds get their air and the retired unit dogs and the police. We have our own handlers. They're retired intelligence dogs who've infiltrated our bunker. Yeah, because I just couldn't resist. Yeah, exactly.
They keep out the rodents.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, they've leaked our location to the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we're starting to suspect they might be Marxists.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They were talking a lot about white fragility, and that was when we knew.
I think I heard him speak.
That was when we knew we owed them $12,000 for a corporate event. So we just paid them and made sure they spoke it to everybody, so they really understood. Yeah, not saying that we shouldn't feel bad for the supremacy over the last few thousands of years from our ancestors, but I think if you do, it's like carbon offsets, you know, if you make positive action forward, then you at least are a decent person. But I don't think you have to feel bad to be a better person.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is I hate white people.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it's not white people. I hate rich people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Especially
care
the
what.
white one.
I wish I was blind so I didn't have to see your skin color.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, Todd, 9 out of 10 times, if you're the one that would piss me off just from listening to your voice, you're going to be a white person.
Yeah. White,
and probably not
rich,
even an immigrant.
Republican. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Local. You're going to be a white local. That's it. Who's like,
yeah,
grandpappy grew up where you're at.
Old money about the system. No, I don't know. I pick people out individually.
Yeah, there's other people who suck the teat and who lick the butthole. But yeah, exactly. I never judge I never judge a book by its cover.
Most of them seem to be white people. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah,
seeing
exactly.
seeing all these CIA agents, you know, none of them are black. What's that about?
Yeah, right? Exactly. And yeah, I don't own a gun either, so like maybe that's why I'm not racist. No offense to gun owners. Bad joke. Rough crowd. But yeah,
rough crowd.
Speaking of guns, the RCMP. This is from the Ottawa CTV News. If you're in Canada, you probably saw it in whatever news you catch up from. The RCMP arrest armed man who accessed Rideau Hall grounds. Oh my God, these hiccups are awesome. So yeah, the RCMP made an arrest after an armed man accused accessed the grounds at Rideau Hall, where Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Governor General Julie Payette live. Not together. Justin Trudeau is married to some other lady, not Julie Payette. So
Yeah. Nice.
RCMP said Thursday morning the man was able to access the grounds around 6:40 a.m. Early bird gets the worm. He
I
was
guess so.
arrested without incident and is in custody. Police
How
said
did he enter the grounds? Did he just walk in? I don't
police
understand.
said charges are pending. Let's see. The Prime Minister and Governor General were not on the grounds at the time of the incident, police said. So yeah, probably just walked in. A stretch of Sussex Drive near Rudo Hall was closed Thursday morning for investigation, which saw a large police present head to the Rideau Hall grounds. A black
How do we even
pickup.
know this guy was trying to do anything bad?
Maybe he wasn't. A black pickup truck was partway up the driveway, and debris could be seen near the front gate. A police robot was sent to investigate the truck. So they just wanted to test a cool robot.
Yeah, probably. Eh?
He was probably like just drunk guy throwing out his McDonald's.
He was probably lost, or he was like a nerd or something, or he's hammered.
Yeah.
Just wandered in there, was gonna try and crash. He knew no one was there.
These guys are yeah. If you heard our bonus pod from last week, Busted, you know the RCMP may not have been doing the government some favors with their 1,500 assault rifle ban. I mean, I don't know what exactly that all entails. I might be talking out of my ass with the 1,500 number, but supposedly they banned assault rifles immediately after that thing went down. And but the guy was probably an undercover agent for some complete different reason, and he might have snapped because like he was money laundering or had lots of money coming in, lots of bills to pay. But anyways, like
Allegedly.
You're saying, Todd. Yeah, exactly. Who knows? This guy could have just been. That guy is 110% a terrible person, and deepest condolences for anyone who had to put up with, knew anybody, or even had read those articles. Like, disgusting to hear about that type of shooting.
The worst part of that is like, it's like,
and
man,
the terror the RCMP didn't tell anybody about.
Now just every cop I see, I'm like, fuck, what if this guy?
Yeah.
Isn't even a cop.
But yeah, the craziest thing is the RCMP didn't even warn people for so long.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough about that. I don't want to get too conspiracy theory. We'll keep bringing that stuff up as it comes out.
Yeah.
So I might even have another article on that actually for us. But yeah, in a tweet, Governor General Julie Payette said, "We thank the RCMP and police for quickly resolving the situation this morning at Rideau Hall. All of our staff are safe." Sussex Drive reopened to traffic shortly after 9 a.m. Developing news story, more details to come. So I'm going to reload this and we'll see if this is any updates now.
Yeah. They're going to be like, this is why we need sentry turrets. We need automatic sentry turrets that just fucking blast invaders on site with facial recognition.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Canadian Armed Forces is collaborating closely with the RCMP.
Yeah.
So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the grounds were closed. Normally they're open. So this guy was probably just upset he didn't get to go. But the armed suspect then proceeded on foot on the grounds.
Oh, he was armed?
Yeah, he breached the gate with his vehicle, which was disabled on impact.
Holy shit.
The armed suspect then proceeded on foot on the grounds of Rideau.
What did he have?
Greenhouse.
Did it say what kind of weapon?
It doesn't yet, no.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, black pickup truck with Manitoba plates.
Nice.
Yeah, good old Manitoba.
Yeah.
Shout out to Manitoba. Any IG, we don't have a lot of IG followers or YouTube subscribers from Manitoba, so if you know anybody from Manitoba, please send this to them. We'll make it a little clip for them. But you guys are dummies. Get a better fucking truck. I've seen some Manitoba trucks that are fucking beasting down the 401 too. So like, this guy was just not your best.
Yeah.
This guy was not your best going out. Not representing well. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. So getting back to the updated article, this is some crazy shit. The armed suspect then proceeded on foot on the grounds of Rideau Hall to the greenhouse, an on-site structure with limited public access. He was rapidly contained by RCMP members who were on patrol in the area, the press release said. You know what? It was probably our dad, because he fucking hates greenhouses.
What?
If there's anyone I know that hates greenhouses, it's him. Any chance he gets, he's just like, the fucking greenhouses with all their fucking utility bills.
Didn't know this.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, it's because I like to eat vegetables, but I don't know. If I know they're from a greenhouse, I don't buy them. I usually buy the cheap ones that come from who knows where, Argentina or like whatever South American countries getting like the lowest loans from the IMF so they can just get ravaged later when loans rates increase.
Yeah, I grow my own about 10 yards away from the entrance.
Nice. So yeah,
strictly. I don't support these capitalist farmers.
Nice. Yeah. So if anyone wants to send equipment or fan mail, I'll have to give them my address so that way you can't poison Todd's food. He lives on a secret location on a fucking island, so that's where the bunker's at right now. That's where we're at for now. You know,
you ain't gonna poison me with your fluoride.
Yeah, exactly. If you can make it to the island, good fucking luck.
I make my own water with
We'll
piss.
see you coming from a mile away. Yeah, Todd pisses right into one of those UV straws.
No, I used to, but now I'm used to just direct, into my cup.
Todd's not allowed to. Todd has to watch Joe Rogan on YouTube. He's not allowed to listen to the pod anymore because he's spent too much money on the ads. Just kidding.
Strictly the water filtration ads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all jokes here, except for the bunker stuff. I live in a bunker.
Yeah, I would never spend a single cent on a podcast ad. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I'll never spend a single second listening to them. No, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. You got to do a mid-roll or bust. If you're doing it at the start of your pod, you're just asking for skips.
Yeah. Unless it's a podcast that I really love and support, like ours, then I'd watch their ads and buy their shit.
Like if I was American, or if I had more money, I'd probably be buying like some Come Town merch or some Tim Dillon show stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those low key ones that are putting all that hard work in. Joe Rogan just sits around. He didn't do nothing. He interviews people and is famous. That's it now.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with the interview podcast. Like I understand Joe Rogan 10 times better than Ellen.
It's not bad or anything.
It's like it's Ellen
there's
though.
There's grinders out there.
It's Ellen. Like Joe Rogan is Ellen.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, like it's just replaced Ellen. Like it's just much better because you get a deep interview instead of all these weird segments. And I would love if Joe Rogan hosted a talk show on major television that was 3 or 4 hours long a day. Good morning.
Yeah, he couldn't handle that.
No, but the interview's dope. Like the interview segment's so dope. But for people that aren't doing interviews, like us, I guess, it's pretty cool to see other people out there and getting big followings. And I know there's other podcasts that we don't listen to that are pretty big, like Chapo Trap House, that's got like a big group of guys. But these other ones that are like just one or two guys, 3 guys doing their thing. Some with a production, some without, like Tim and Ben Avery. That's just like, I feel like that's kind of like me and Todd, only both of us are talking and neither of us are that funny. But yeah, unfortunately, we've never gone as far down the rabbit hole as Tim Dillon either. So I guess you got to break on through the other side. But back in the past, I did sell donations to the Police Association of Ontario over the phone. It was a total Ponzi scheme. Like, I don't know if there was Police Associations of Ontario, Fire Chiefs of Canada or something like that, and then another one. And I don't know if it was anything real or not, but all the money went to it went to like 97% of it was administrative, and like
Yeah.
10% went to the organizations. But we used to have to cold call people and get $60 an hour. I'm so dumb. Like me and my buddies used to get high in a friend's garage, and like they were doing poppers and we were smoking like cigars after we smoked weed, and like get so fucked up and just spend like 4 hours on the phone. And it
Yeah.
was $12 an hour. Good, it was good pay at the time for like my first year of university. And I had a roommate from Res too at home who was just like this Indian exchange student, Sid. Res wouldn't let him live in there for a couple weeks. Well, we had to wait for our lease to start, so we had nowhere to go. Like, couldn't fly home. Uh, so like we offered to let him stay at our place, and he was cool with that and stayed. So that was dope. So I was gone. He was like doing the dishes for my mom or some weird stuff at my house. Who knows?
Yeah.
And I was getting fucked up, taking tokes, smoking cigars on breaks at work, trying to get people to donate to the Police Association of Ontario. And you had to get like $60 worth of donations an hour and like get these mail kits sent out. And like you get paid based on how many people send them back. And like you just basically were a monkey reading a script. And it was like quite this crazy Ponzi scheme. And like I met so many weird ass drug addict type cats, and like sold one of my bosses their weed for like $50, and like he gave me
Nice.
some good references to a few jobs later on. Yeah, I sold him a 3.5 for $50 back in the day. Some purple kush that I got on the internet back in like 2000. Hopefully that's statute of limitations.
Yeah.
Me and Todd didn't know what that was in the last pod, but he figured it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, I thought pot was legal until they legalized it. That was the only time I realized.
Nice. That's dope.
Is negligence a good argument? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when you turn 19, when they legalize it, I guess that's like, does it really matter if it was illegal before that?
True.
but basically, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty crazy of a time. And then when you ended up getting, when you were good at the $60 an hour, like I wasn't good the first time because I'd go at like different times a day, and I ended up getting fired. Couldn't work for 30 days, went back and was doing that. Was doing corn detasseling. I don't want to explain that, but it was farm work basically. And it's boring as shit. Farm work that students did that you did during the day. So I could only do the cold calling at night. And that was better for getting people to say yes. Because I guess by the end of the day, people are like beaten down and worn down, and like the script worked them better. The rebuttals worked better. Or I just had more experience, bit of both maybe. So I got up to taps, and that was where you called repeat people. You had to get up to $200 an hour. And there was some crazy ass stuff that like these, I know one guy for sure was a huge coke addict. I know other guys who were meth addicts. Like this is fact stuff. One guy stole a DVD from us, like he was a supervisor who's like, oh yeah, can I borrow this? And we're like, yeah, sure. Can you bring it back in tomorrow? Never ever brought it back again. We saw him like every day for the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
Crazy guys. We were doing well there. Me and another buddy and a few other buddies ended up coming through because it was like the only thing in town to do. But one of the crazy Ponzi schemes at Chatham, Millennium Teleservices. Look it up online if you want to. Millennium Teleservices, Police Association of Ontario. Some pretty crazy shit that I was part of Ponzi schemes. I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's some crazy stuff that happened to me. I don't know about funny stories because I was way too fucking high with my head down on the desk, but I was like downloading N64 ROMs on my computer and going in and playing that. And like I said, with the DVDs, I'd put freaking Pineapple Express and different movies like that on whatever was out back in 2009 on a disc and like play that and watch it while I was calling people begging for money for the police association. So it was hilarious to be stoned and doing that. And yeah, getting paid decent money. Good summer job.
Nice.
But yeah, I never I work in insurance now, so I guess maybe I am kind of like him. Like Tim Dillon selling mortgages in the office there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good stuff. It's all for fun. Hopefully long term it'll be podcasting. If you guys can just buy some more of the merch and send us some send us some funds on the PayPal. But anything we send on the PayPal, any merch we're gonna try. Like since I'm not too far from downtown Toronto, I'll do my best to try and give it away to a homeless man. Pass it forward, pay it forward. So like we'll give a split. Todd gets a split, I get a split. We'll probably put it back into the pod, and then we'll give a third off to the homeless buddies. Yeah, that's the game plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, less stories about myself. We'll get more into those as the pod goes on for you guys. If you want to hear more about them, like we said, like we've always been saying, like just comment below, text us, let us know what you like.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, cool to see people doing pods without interviews, like not having that gimmick.
Yeah.
Not saying there's anything wrong with interviews either, though, and it's always good to have guests on the pods. But but yeah, the Mark Maron interview, the Joe Rogan interview, that's covered. We know it. They both do a great ass job at it. But I listened to
guy.
You don't know Mark Maron? Yeah. He's older. He's got some specials on Netflix. He's got some fans. He's also got a show on Netflix too, actually. Maron. I kind of like his show a lot. His podcast, again, like I said, a good interview one. I don't know if there's something wrong with me lately, but I haven't liked comedy specials as much as I should have lately. Like I didn't like the last Aaliyah special too much. It was pretty funny, but not as funny as the one before. We know he's a pedo now too, so
he was too busy touching kids to write jokes.
Don't expect anyone to rewatch that. Yeah, but what was the other one? I thought the Seinfeld one was actually pretty funny for how little it seems like he does comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'm off there because I'm not a comedian, like we said. Like I'm only aspiring. And then what was the other one I watched recently that was the Mark Maron one? Yeah, it didn't click with me as much as I was hoping it would have. But yeah,
I haven't checked out
still pretty
any
good
of those. I haven't seen a special in a long time.
Yeah, Netflix put a lot on, but yeah, we want to watch the Eric Andre Legalize Everything one for sure.
Oh yeah,
and he just he's on the Steve-O podcast too. That's another interview podcast now. Steve-O's come out with.
Oh yeah,
that he's doing out of a van. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, lots of good interview podcasts out there. There's a few good psychedelic interview podcasts out there too if you look them up. But yeah, if you want to come onto our pod, let us know. We'd love to have you on. We'd love to hear you guys cover these stories and tell us. But for now, we're gonna just regurgitate the facts for you. But yeah, you can look up Julie Payette's Twitter feed for basically the rest on that story after the RCMP tackled that guy. And for Gabriel Wortman, this is what the RCMP has said.
Okay.
Published 2 days ago. Let me refresh this. June 26th. So this was also published Friday. Crown says release of Nova Scotia mass shooting details could harm massive probe amid push for greater transparency. So it's kind of weird here because it's like New Brunswick runs the gang intelligence drug thing out east, and Nova Scotia passed that over to them. So there's like two different branches of the RCMP that are taking care of things out there right now.
Hmm.
So that's kind of how that's handled. But yeah, just a lot going on, and they said they don't want to give out more information, but as we've read, we actually read articles to you guys that the RCMP shooter was an undercover agent.
Yeah.
So I think it's like damn right people's rights to know this shit,
Yeah.
which is wild. But we, like, as we've covered on the pod, like it's nothing new. Happens all the time with intelligence and police forces, and it's some terrible shit that seems to be going on right now. But hopefully we'll get some more news out for you guys. We can tell you more about that on the pod.
Yeah. Spread the word and stop all this crazy nonsense.
Yeah. But yeah, should we get into this UN Israel story, Todd, or should we get into the stoned ape theory? Or
Let's do the UN Israel story, I guess.
nice. All right.
Yeah.
I gotta take a quick break here, and we'll be back in 1 sec.
Wrap drugs.
Yeah, sorry, had to take a quick leak. Drain the main vein. Drinking too much beer. Yeah, so there might be another break or two needed, but hopefully not. But yeah, this news was pretty funny. Again, from last Friday. I don't know what happened between last Friday and now, but it seems like nothing interesting or just caught my eye. But UN chief was shocked and disturbed by video of car sex act in Israel. So like he got one of those like email chains or whatever. The clip shows a woman in a red dress straddling a man in the backseat of a white 4x4 with UN markings. So a UN car.
Yeah.
Video shared widely on social media was apparently filmed on a main street by Tel Aviv seafront. So right there in downtown Israel.
Yeah. It was on a busy highway. Like there was cars everywhere around them.
So funny. Yeah, the UN said it was investigating the incident and was close to identifying individuals seen in the video. Those involved are believed to be staff members of a peacekeeping organization in Israel, the UN said. Another passenger can be seen slumped in the front, but the driver can't be seen as the car moves away. Stefan Dujarric, the spokesman for the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, described the behavior seen in the 18-second video as aberrant. That kind of behavior goes against everything we stand for and having been working to achieve in terms of fighting misconduct by UN staff, Mr. Dujarric told the BBC on Friday. When asked if the apparent sex acts was consensual or involved payment, Mr. Dujarric said those questions were part of the ongoing investigation. The UN has strict policies against sexual misconduct by its staff members. Staff may be disciplined if they are found in breach of conduct rules. They may be repatriated or banned from UN peacekeeping operations, but it is the responsibility of their home nation to take further disciplinary or legal action. The UN has long been under scrutiny over allegations of sexual misconduct by its peacekeepers and other staff. There have been frequent allegations in recent years. Secretary General Guterres has been pledged to take a zero-tolerance approach to sexual misconduct with the UN ranks. What did the UN spokesman say about the video? We're shocked and deeply disturbed by what is seen in the video. Already just like the title there. We expect the process to be concluded very quickly and intend to promptly take the appropriate action. Because the location of the incident was known and identification of the individual seen was close to being completed. Like you said, the footage appears to have been captured on Hayarkin Street, a usual busy area parallel to the promenade. And then last thing, what is the UN's track record on sexual misconduct? Heather Barr, co-director of the Human Rights Watch Women Rights Division, said she was not surprised by the video from Israel. Ms. Barr worked for the UN in Burundi and Afghanistan, said it was good they're investigating it, but added that the UN has a bigger problem than this one video. That problem is about allegations of sexual exploitation and abuse committed by staff members of the UN, Ms. Barr said. In 2019, there were 175 allegations of sexual exploitation and abuse against UN staff members, a report said. Of those allegations, 16 were sustained 15 were unsubstained, and all the others were still being investigated. So just alleged. So there was 31,
Allegedly.
there was 16 out that were sustained, and then there's like a bunch of other ones that were just allegations at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty insane shit. It sounds like most of those should be sustained and or unsubstained, or whichever one means guilty. I'm too
Yeah,
dumb.
for sure.
Probably sustained, but that's if you want to hear more about government employees and sexual exploitation, you can listen to the chronicles of Trump and Epstein, or Chronicles of Trump and Epstein Volume 2 that just came out last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we know, I don't know, people seem to get into politics to either molest children or molest children. Like if you just wanted to like peddle something yourself, like you'd get into sales and make money.
Yeah.
Instead, like, or if you wanted to be a good politician, you'd be like someone who actually changes the world. So you'd probably end up being like a judge instead of a politician.
Yeah, judge exactly, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, good luck. If you're a good politician and you can prove it, I'll vote for you. And I think other people should too. But
yeah,
you need to remember too, not everybody has a proven past either. So
yeah,
there's some people who are presenting as good who are bad as shit.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Who knows? Allegations at this point, Todd. But yeah.
Oh.
Just like Crystalia. It's just allegations at this point.
Just allegations.
Yeah, just like Crystalia, it's
Sorry.
only allegations. Yeah.
I'm jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, exactly.
My bad.
Yeah, because his alleger.
He probably doesn't even remember.
Because his alleger doesn't
have.
His alleger doesn't have screenshots because they happened before you text people.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't. There's due process for him, but not for other people. And even the due process for him, I don't think anything's been processed. But yeah, that was a crazy story. I didn't see the video, but did you get a chance to?
I watched this video for research purposes. I tracked it down. Nice. Studied it thoroughly. No, it's
Pornhub.com.
It's like yeah.
No, I think it was only on social media. No, was it sexual?
No, it wasn't. Not really at all. Yeah. It was just security cam footage. It was just like not a very good shot. I mean, you couldn't even really tell what they were doing in the car.
True.
But it's like a top down almost, pointing down into the street at an angle. And you can see there's a guy clearly sitting in the passenger seat. And there's two people in the back, a guy and a woman. And she's sitting on top of the guy. And she's wearing a red dress. That's about all you can see. I don't think you can see either of their faces. You can only really see the front passenger seat guy's face. True. So, curious to see what was going on there. Yeah, you really have no idea, like, if that was a prostitute or did they kidnap that woman or what. Because, yeah, they're alleging. There's all kinds of things that seem to be alleged at this point.
Yeah, some crazy shit. But, I mean, either way, I'm sure they probably did do the sex acts. Whether it was consensual or not, who knows. And probably was kidnapped and not consensual, though.
Yeah.
But, because, it seems like the UN is just, I don't know, like military bros.
Yeah.
Who couldn't get into the military, so they're probably even more deranged. Like, that's the one thing. Like, I wonder how many politicians, too, are, like, people that couldn't be cops because they're, like, mentally handicapped or some sort of reason. Or psychologically ill. Like, you know how there's, like, that requirement if you do police foundations where, like, you can't be insane? Or, like, have any instability? Like, not even be insane, just, like, have some sort of mental health issue.
Yeah, they get deemed unsafe for
Yeah.
police duty,
Then
and
you
they go
become
off
a
and become a
politician.
politician.
Yeah, or at
That would
least
be
like an
hilarious.
intelligence agent. Like
Yeah,
maybe on a computer, and like
they have those
they
tests
send you
too.
overseas to do they send you overseas to do stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, but those tests, like, if you have mental health issues, doesn't mean they're not going to rule you out. Probably they're probably like, okay, this
Yeah,
is a good guy who we can have shoot Robert Kennedy.
right, right.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily work for them, but you're on the
Yeah,
list.
those tests are the difference between being an asset and an agent.
Yeah, exactly. Asset list, agent list. Sometimes they mix
Yeah.
them up and things get fucked up, and that's when you end up with the born identity, agent going
Yeah,
around killing off agents who are trying to kill
yeah,
him. Like,
yeah.
what kind of intelligence brother is that? Like, you just gotta die. You gotta know when it's your time to die.
Yeah,
Like when you are racist, genocidal for a like contractor for a living, like
yeah.
they're sending drones in to kill women and children in Syria or whatever the cool thing is that that you're supporting and propping up.
Yeah.
You got to know, like, when it's your time to die, it's your time to die. Like, whether it's from the other side killing you or your own side. Like, you got to think, like, just give up, man.
Yeah.
Like cool movies, really cool fucking movies, but unbelievable, unbelievable. Like,
Very true.
I think if anything, like, they would just fucking gun him down with a drone.
Yeah.
Like multiple how many drones do you think they'd fly in to kill that guy? Like
For
just an
sure.
army of hundreds of drones. Like,
Yeah.
if they killed Epstein in his cell, they'd get Jason Bourne with drones, drone bombings.
I think he'd have to leave U.S. soil for that. I don't know if they had
Probably
ever
not.
drone U.S. soil.
Yeah, no, they would.
They don't mind killing Americans.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah, you're right. They'd get a mass shooting.
Yeah.
They'd get him in a mass
Yeah.
shooting. Yeah,
Bombing.
Exactly.
They get
He'd go into a high school and he'd get shot
Yeah.
to death.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But yeah, that
He'd
would
going
probably
for
not
a
even
run
be, it wouldn't
in
even
Boston.
be it wouldn't even be the government. Oh yeah, that would be the government. Yes. But yeah, if he went to like a school and got shot, it wouldn't even be the government. It's just like bad luck. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more teachers don't do shootings. Like, or like, like how come you never hear that? They're always busy. They're too busy getting like sucking off students, right?
Yeah, they're too busy molesting them.
That's usually the thing. Like, I just remember in high school how many teachers I made fun of, like, to the other students.
Yeah.
You got to think there's like teachers out there that get bullied.
Oh yes.
Enough that they want to
So
kill
true.
everybody.
Yeah, man. Some schools. I do new teachers that like quit crying.
Yeah. Bitch
What's that?
bitch fuckers? Or no? that was a war. 12-year-old Todd had a war with a 40-year-old lady.
Wasn't me. No.
Psychological tactics were used.
Psychological tactics.
No, I'm teasing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, just crazy stuff the teachers can do to you if they feel like it. Whoever they feel like picking on, just like you can pick on teachers too. Like, I can't lie. I had this one French teacher who she lost her glasses or something, and she's like, "Oh yeah, if anyone sees my glasses," and she paused for a second. I'm like, "Step on them."
Yeah.
Like, you left it open. Like, that's not my fault. Like, you are teaching a bunch of grade 10s French, like high school to students French. Like,
Yeah.
you were expecting this to happen. Yeah. So yeah, that's hilarious shit. But yeah, let's get into the stoned ape theory a bit. I guess what the people were waiting for if they were tuning
Oh
in.
yeah, some psychedelic stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll put in the show notes. We'll put in the show notes the different times that things change at. Maybe not right away, but eventually, to help you guys get caught up on YouTube or on the pod. Because yeah, sorry to get off topic, but this is really important stuff we got to cover.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to tell you, like, maybe you want to trust authority, but there's lots of reasons you should at least question them, and they should be tried. And then
Yeah.
there's always some other stuff to talk about that we're going to talk about, unfortunately. So hopefully you like that. And if there's anything you do hate, just like send us an email, text us. Don't bother disliking. That's a pussy move. Let us know why you don't like it. Like, comment. Let us know. We want to know why you don't like stuff. We don't want to dislike.
Yeah.
That's pussy. Please
Come down to the bunker and fucking tell me what you think.
Yeah, exactly. We'll feed you. We'll send you a Bong Tokes production hat or sticker. Just fucking actually tell us what you don't like. If there's something you don't like. And if there's something you love, send us a bit of money on the PayPal, a ding ding. And if you want it all to go to a homeless man, just put that in the notes, and we'll give that 100% on. Otherwise, we'll do the 1/3 plan. Like Tom's,
Yeah.
Me and Todd eat lunch, and a homeless guy gets to eat lunch. But yeah, or more. But we're gonna be putting the money back into the pod, and a homeless guy gets to eat lunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Graham Hancock. If you're a fan of Joe Rogan, you probably know about him. In his book Supernatural, he travels to Amazon and makes comparisons between ayahuasca trips and Neolithic paintings. He touches on probably a lot of other stuff, but that's just a big mention from did psychedelics shape the human mind in the Stone Age? Some of the stuff on the Stone Age theory. And we know Graham Hancock's well-traveled, very thorough guy, so he wouldn't go out of his way to compare things that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Although he does question a lot of things, so it's good to know. But if you want to look more into that, you can check out that article in the show notes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a book on all that stuff. That's what he's been working on lately. Supernatural? Or did you say that already? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it came from, that book.
Yeah.
Todd, you put together some of these notes, but so did you want to talk a bit about this guy, Tazali Azure, I think his name is, or?
I don't quite remember.
No worries.
What did he?
Maybe that's more of a thing or a topic. I have no idea.
I think that a place. Might be a place.
Caves. Yeah, it's some caves.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a cave in north, or it's a. I don't know exactly what that name is. I think it's a place, maybe like a city near where these caves were found. But basically in North Africa, I think either in like Morocco or like Algeria, that kind of area, West Africa, Northwest Africa. There's some caves there. I can't remember the dates. Pretty old.
Yeah, like 1989. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like is when they were looking.
And they seem to depict like mushrooms of some sort. I can't remember exactly what they depicted. I think it was like a bowl maybe, and there was like mushrooms behind the bowl.
Yeah, a few dancers holding mushroom-like objects.
What was it? Sorry?
Some dancers holding mushroom-like objects.
Oh yeah.
It seemed to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a few different drawings. I just can't remember which were where, because there was another cave in Spain, in eastern Spain, that had similar drawings, and I got them confused, or they seem to be written about a lot together. But yeah, there was
makes sense.
Some where people were dancing around with them. There was one where it was like a shaman, and he was completely covered in mushrooms.
Nice.
From head to toe. They were like growing out of his body. And then there was another one was the bowl, and the mushrooms were like, I don't know, around the bowl or like near the bowl. And the theory is that like the mushrooms, in the area were growing out of like bull dung.
Yeah, makes sense.
And
That's funny.
the article, we'll link the article, or I don't know if you can find it there. They actually theorize on what kind of mushrooms they are. There's native ones to the area there, and then there's also, they seemed much more certain about the cave paintings in Spain, that they knew exactly which strain of mushroom it was there.
True.
Uh,
Interesting.
yeah, that's pretty interesting stuff. They seem to be like the oldest cave paintings too, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like there was, like you said, there was quite a few at that Tazali.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff, and it ties into, I think Graham Hancock kind of tries to tie that in,
Yeah,
or maybe it was some other authors too.
but like you're saying, it seems like this Giorgio Samarini was the first guy to really touch upon this
Okay.
topic, and then it was later, like he was the first one to kind of discover the kind of paintings and interpret them in that sort of way.
Yeah.
And then that from there, that's kind of where the theory that people believe Terence McKenna reused in his
Originally
book.
gets. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, then he's
Right
hypothesizing that the Neolithic culture that inhabited the site used psilocybin mushrooms as part of its religious ritual culture. And then Henry Loti, who discovered the Tassili caves in the late 1950s, says these were obvious secret sanctuaries. But yeah, Terence McKenna cites the rock paintings showing persons holding mushroom-like objects in their hand, as well as mushrooms growing from their bodies. So like you said, those two were probably both at that location.
Yeah. Another interesting thing is, do you have the dates for those? Because from what,
that was 1992 that book came out?
no, I mean the cave paintings. Because they dated the paintings. I remember reading one of
I don't see it here. But
one of the articles was saying that when the paintings were drawn, the savanna was probably still green.
True.
And see, part of Terence McKennan's theory is that, like, as the desertification was happening and food was becoming more scarce, they were looking for new options for food, like early humans or whatever.
Yeah.
And they ended up trying to chase after animals, and to track animals, they followed their poo. And when they found poo, they found magic mushrooms growing out of them.
I guess if you're far enough behind, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea that was people were saying, or that Terence McKenna was kind of putting forward. It's really just a hypothesis.
It's even weird to like try to go that deep on it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's I don't know if it was Terence McKenna himself or if it was Paul Stamos who kind of went into that deep.
Paul Stamos, yeah.
Yeah. Just on
or however you pronounce his name, Stamos.
Yeah, I can't remember. But the main thing is they're just trying to explain something that happens around that time period, which is the brain expands at an alarming rate. Like, it seems to quadruple in size all of a sudden in a relatively short period of time.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people think, like Paul Stamos and the McKennans, that pretty much the magic mushrooms were the basis for this rapid expansion, that people continuously, like, I don't know, dosing or whatever, were creating new connections in their mind and like doing it over generations.
Yeah. and yeah, like it seems like one of the other articles you read on the subject kind of touches on the same kind of thing, or at least one of the ones that I got a link to here. It seems touches on the same kind of thing that the Chinese psychedelics, if you want to listen to that episode, touches on. Like, they a long time ago were using many different substances, laughing mushrooms as far back as like 200 BCE, and then more recently, it, lots and lots of uses of langdang and datura. And yeah, it seems like this one has a bit of a breakdown on datura. And what was it here? Yeah, in like the 1500s, they wrote about the use of datura in combination with other substances is prescribed as part of a meditation practice meant to establish that all the phenomenon included in apparent existence, samsara and nirvana, are not established outside of one's mind. So kind of like a Buddhist kind of practice with extreme use of drugs there.
Yeah.
And the main one being a high-powered psychedelic. And then Ian Baker writes that Tibetan terma literature such as Vima Nyingtik describes various concoctions of mind-altering substances, including datura and oleander, which can be formed into pills or placed directly in the eyes to induce visions and illuminate hidden contexts of the psyche. So maybe they didn't realize like putting it on your tongue is ingesting it the same way putting it in your eyes is.
Yeah, they probably thought something like, if I'm having visions, maybe direct eye contact is better.
Yeah, but the blurred eyesight would probably help you have a crazier vision too, though.
Yeah, I guess so, eh?
Yeah. It's like putting
Kind of like oil paintings.
Yeah, and like maybe like you absorb it quicker, doesn't have to go to the bloodstream, it's straight to the brain. I don't know.
I don't know. If it's a liquid, it might.
Yeah, especially if it is a liquid, that's true.
Yeah.
But if anyone's tried, if you put like an acid tab on your eyeball or any shit like that, like
yeah, let it's just under your eyelid.
Exactly, and let us know.
I've heard about people doing that.
Let us know in the comments below how it turned out, or send us a video of you doing it.
Yeah,
we'd appreciate that on Instagram. We'll repost it, or blur your face. Book titled Zigzag Zen Buddhism and Psychedelics details the history of Buddhism and the use of psychedelic drugs, and includes essays by modern Buddhist teachers on the topic. Because it's the Buddhist stuff's kind of more about enlightenment and figuring out what's within, which is a lot about the same about psychedelics, but they're more about to a point where it's like mind altering in doing nothing, or like introspection. So yeah, I guess if you wanted to excel that therapy the same way therapy with another person can get excelled with psychedelics, why couldn't solo meditation get excelled with psychedelics?
Yeah, I think that's very true.
Focus. It would just be focus that's important to have.
A lot of
so you don't get
Buddhists
lost.
would probably say though, it's like cheating.
Yeah, is that what that kind of says now?
I think that's kind of the idea. It's almost like you're just trying to take a shortcut, and you can't stay there. Whereas if you were to meditate daily, you would be working your way up to a state of mind that you could stay at.
Yeah, I'd say that too if I was jealous.
Yeah, but
they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Like,
yeah,
you might be more ready for it if you prepare for it, but that doesn't mean you can't stay there.
Who knows? I don't think they know.
Yeah, exactly. I think once you see past the horizon, you've seen past the horizon, and like, maybe you'll do anything to get there, or maybe you were a person that was never going to get there in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's all I think there is to that. Like, so far right now with Buddhism, there's people that don't know it at all, and there's people that achieved enlightenment, and there's a lot of people that left. So do you want to get more people to enlightenment? Maybe show them enlightenment, and then they'll work to get there if they lose it. More than people, everyone never knowing what it is and slowly figuring out Buddhism and dying before they can achieve the top of it. Because I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything. I don't know. I just feel like it's a good religion.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They got a lot of interesting ideas. I feel from reading about them and diving into it, I feel like when you really dig into Buddhism and its different ideas, there are a lot of conflicting ideas within it, just like any religion, but
Yeah. But I like,
there's a lot of cool stuff in there.
yeah, definitely. But I just like the fact that it's not like and maybe I just haven't looked into it enough about like sexual trafficking monks and stuff like that. But it seems like there's not like a priest type of thing or that type
That's
of thing. There's just like monk.
depends on the sex. There
Yeah,
are
there
yeah.
are different
There
sects of
are
Buddhism.
monks that I would say, yeah, oh yeah, there's tons. And
True.
there are monks that people would say are getting to like be like priests, too much like priests, you know? It just depends on the monastery, where it was, and who kind of pushed the ideas. Because yeah, there's a ton of different sects. There's some Buddhist monks that are almost like terrorists, like they're going around cutting off. I think in Malaysia, there's Buddhist monks that were at one point cutting off people's heads.
Nuts.
You know, but it's like, where did you get that from? The fucking Buddha Dharma. There's nowhere in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Buddhism's are like just like any other religion.
Yeah. It is what it is, right?
One thing I found super interesting about them, and they base a lot of like the oldest teachings in like Buddhism and I think also Hinduism go back to what's called the Vedic teachings. I might be saying that wrong. It's like VEDIC.
Yeah.
And they're like super old scripts.
Yeah, it's really good astrology stuff that kind of like tells you your life.
Yeah. And like, that seems to be where like a lot of the solid stuff people like about those religions really are. But interesting
that
is
stuff's
back
hard
then,
to deny.
Yeah.
That's
it's also super complicated because it's so old and hard to translate.
Yeah.
But
that's true too. Yeah.
It seems like back then they used to be more down for like doing psychedelics. They have something called Soma. I did a lot of research on Soma. I think that's a SOMA.
Yeah.
And from what I was reading, there seems to be a lot of confusion like about Soma. It's like referred to as a drug that you take to like help reach enlightenment.
Yep.
But there's a lot of argument over like what exactly it is. Like some people have theorized certain kinds of mushrooms in India. Some people have theorized like a mixture of like cannabis and different reeds and stuff that make you hallucinate. But one thing I was reading was saying that Soma is probably just like any and all drugs, and that back then, as the religion was changing, like people would just call different things that.
Yeah, Soma was the name for drugs.
Yeah. You're just like it's all Soma.
Yeah, fair.
Like even nowadays, there's ceremonies where a lot of Soma is like they just use like herbs because they're not down for that kind of stuff anymore, doing drugs. But yeah.
Weird. I wonder.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess
They're just
the
different
taboo
teachers
around it.
Yeah, it's just
the other thing too that I guess is a big problem in psychedelics, and maybe we'll address this eventually, but it's been addressed in other podcasts, is by other people, is sexual abuse while people are high on psychedelics.
Yeah.
Like, I guess that's a big thing for like not knowing or vetting an ayahuasca treatment place. Like,
that's true.
Sexually abused and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard
those bad things, and like maybe that's a reason why some religious people move away from it, because maybe they're like, we don't want the opportunity for them to give them any sort of drug other than maybe the blood of Christ or the cracker of Christ or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
that would be
for sure.
That you could still slip a drug on, but that might be one thing. It might just be like you're saying, people are purists.
Yeah. One thing I was reading, like the Buddhists seem to just be super against like drinking alcohol even. So I think just intoxication.
But that's kind of stupid.
Probably spread across the board.
Yeah. The alcohol, to a small degree, I think is like important for back then. You couldn't
Yeah.
drink water.
they
But
they
yeah,
had a
I understand where they're coming from though. It is dumb to do anything
I
in
I
excess.
read a funny story the Buddhists had. They had this
Yep.
story for trying to deter people from drinking, and
Nice.
it's about a monk, and I don't exactly understand the beginning, but he ends up trying to stay at like someone's house. It's like a woman's house, and she like is only giving him like three options. They're like super fucked up options. Like he can either get drunk with her, or he can sleep with her, or he can kill her donkey so they have something to eat.
That's funny.
And he's like, those are all things that you're not supposed to do as a Buddhist.
Yeah.
But so to try and justify one of them, he's like, I'll get drunk because then that way I'm only affecting me. I'm not hurting other people.
Yeah.
And then so he gets drunk and then he has sex
That's
with the
the other
donkey
two.
and fucks and kills the woman.
Oh,
That's
nice.
that's why you shouldn't drink. That was pretty much the whole story.
What's wrong with? He still did the same amount of things as was a problem in the first scenario.
I think yeah, I don't know. The story is like not very
That's
good.
funny. It's
It
funny.
just seems to be like even if you drink, you're gonna cause problems
I
to the outside world because that was his
yes.
justification for doing it was that he wouldn't cause other people problems, but
I
then he did.
true, and I think that's good teachings, and I think just like any other religion, like if it's based on like a time when we were barbaric people,
Yeah, for sure.
like
Yeah.
like I don't think I could ever drink
Yeah.
enough to kill somebody or rape somebody, but then again, I am like a 29-year-old educated person
Yeah.
who's been lucky enough to be educated, and I don't own a gun, so maybe if I did own one, I'd be shooting people up. Or yeah, having rape fantasies or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But I
me
guess
neither.
different strokes for different folks, right? Creepy shit like that. But yeah, I guess that's why I'm able to drink and don't have to be a Buddhist. Or
Yeah.
but who knows? Maybe I'll go to rehab one day over
Yeah,
something.
for sure.
Once I shoot up everybody. If not myself, I'll be lucky if they send me to rehab. But
Yeah.
once the FBI taps into my brain and has me shoot up somewhere, uh, Canada's wants to ban like water guns, so they're gonna like FBI is gonna brainwash me, and then I'm gonna have to fucking go around town with a super soaker full of piss or something. Police are gonna shut that down immediately. Crimes to humanity.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, I'm on the wrong
Yeah.
article. I think that's all we had on the stoned ape theory. Really, we went kind of hard into the Buddhism at the end there.
Yeah, I guess.
No
Yeah.
worries. But yeah,
We just
there is some more on like the past of psychedelic history, like especially if you listen to our older pods, like
yeah.
the China one or like ancient psychedelic Chinese secret, or
Yeah.
what's the other one? The secret history of drugs. Either of those have a bit more info on past use of psychedelic drugs, like
Psychedelics.
mushrooms specifically.
Yeah. The worst thing, it seems like I was trying to do more research in that kind of area, but a lot of religions like Buddhism, Christianity, Islam are all super against like drugs in general for the most part. Christianity kind of is okay with alcohol, and Islam's okay with smoking weed or hashes. But generally, like they're against drugs, and
Yeah,
because of that, they've kind of stomped out a lot of religions or like erased their history that did historically do those kinds of things,
I
which
wonder if they
makes it.
didn't want people to actually get enlightened or like questioning or
Yeah, I'm
that
not
type of
sure.
thing, or if it was
I
just
mean,
like we want to ban this substance
I think it was just more
because
like a
people are
religious
delirious.
war. at least with Christianity, it was just like they had different ideas.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like if like they found like I don't know, Christian like God worshippers that were into the Bible and like were doing mushrooms, like they would have been like kind of okay with them. But it's just everyone was doing mushrooms like believed in crazy ass stuff at the time, at least, or not, you know, crazy stuff, just like different multiple gods, pantheons, and stuff. I don't
True.
think there was any like monotheistic religions that were like
True.
pushing it, which is interesting. I don't really know why. I mean, something.
I mean, I kind of I don't know why anyone believes in any
Any of
religion.
that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like maybe
Yeah.
they're like I don't know. I kind of believe in Buddhism, but I don't believe in like I believe in any religion if you absorb it for yourself. Like the same way I believe
Yeah.
Huckleberry Finn. Like if you read a good book and you learn something, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I
but a book like the
I believe.
Bible that's full of tons of stories, yeah, that should be a pretty good book. Like
Yeah. It's just
whether
like probably not literally what happened.
yeah, exactly. It's like it's not a textbook.
Yeah.
It does. There's no. It's not a recipe book. Like it. Like that's and people seem to act like they are though.
Yeah.
Like it's not a textbook and a recipe book. You can't treat religious books like that. Uh, I think if you treat a priest like a mentor, that's wise. But anything beyond that is dumb. And even as a mentor, might be dumb if you don't want to become a priest. Like I'm not saying that they can't be a good influence on you, and good voice in your life if you don't have other friends. But yeah, I don't know. If you're into religion, let us know why. I'd love to hear more on why you like it. Because I think you could be the master of your own destiny if you just put some thought into it, put some elbow grease, put some hard work, and you know, pray to the higher power if that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just hope that the stars align and hope that random chance has your back, or you just will your way to it, and yeah, Satan will help you get there. I guess that's the thing. If you don't believe in any religion, Satan will guide you.
Yeah.
Is that true or is that false? What religions don't believe in Satan?
Don't believe in them?
Yeah. I wonder if
Judaism?
there's any religions that just are like, yeah, it's just a thing. Like you either are us and you get there, or you're just nah.
That's Judaism.
Yeah,
They don't have a hell or anything, yeah. From what I understand. That's a
cool.
Christian invention.
But there must be like some sort of reason, like it's good to be religious.
Well, you go in Judaism, you just go to purgatory, which is just like nowhere. You
True.
just like stop
Oh, so
existing.
we live in hell already.
Yeah, this is hell, and if you fail here, then you go to like nowhere,
Then
and
you
you
stay
don't
here.
exist anymore.
Oh, true. What's wrong?
It's like it's kind
That
of like
sounds that sounds like what actually happens. Like maybe this is real.
yeah.
Might have to look more into this. Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure when you die, you die. Like I'm pretty sure that part is correct.
Yeah.
The other part, though, maybe they're onto something.
Bill Bill Burr's got a good joke for that. Where
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
he's being dead's kind of it's like remember when before you were born?
Yeah.
It's kind
Oh,
of like that.
yeah. Yeah. It's smart. That is, but it's just like you know those different stupid blogs you end up on, and every once in a while, like if you're searching up a good article and it's like you've read this story and there's a guy or a story you can't find a lot of news on. So like you come across this blog and you're like, yeah, this is all true. And then it starts going like, and Jesus Christ and told Donald Trump to arrest Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks. And then you're like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Like that's
Yeah.
exactly what that shit is. Like just a fucking honey dick in you.
Yeah.
Just a trap, just bullshit. But yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, this might not have been the most focused on the topic. We covered a lot of different topics today for you because we're releasing our bonus pod early this week, so we wanted to pump that one out right away with Ghislaine Maxwell getting arrested.
Breaking news. Wanted to get that to you as fast as possible.
Exactly. So we spent a bit more time on that than building up on the stoned ape theory. And frankly, like Todd said, we couldn't find more on the stoned ape theory. So we didn't have too much more to bring your way drug wise. We thought intelligence wise, we'd take it easy on you guys this week and just cover what's going on right now with the UN sex scandal and the RCMP tackling that guy on the front there in Canada.
Yeah.
And then, as always, trying to keep up with the RCMP and the Nova Scotia shooting. Again, if any new breaking news comes there, we'll let you know.
We got our eyes on.
Yeah, exactly. We're bringing you the old school intelligence research on psychedelic drugs, the new school psychedelic drugs research.
Bringing these fuckers down.
Exactly. Bringing these William Barrs down. They'll do that to themselves after they pass away. CIA is a good gang to join, just like Skull and Bones, just like Bilderberg.
Yeah.
But we'll get into all those groups eventually. Just like we're gonna get into Operation Midnight Climax, Charles Manson, that stuff. But whatever you guys want to hear, you're the fans, so let us know and we'll get into that first. So drop us a comment, drop us a like if you like what you heard. If you didn't like what you heard, let us know why. No need to dislike. That's for dum-dums who don't want everything being better. So put a comment below, text us, call us. If you don't want someone to see what you're commenting, you can also email us if you got a lot to say. If you got a dumb video or a picture, you want to send us some dick pics or some pictures of your butthole, whatever you're into, some funny memes, email us or get a good subreddit going. They took our subreddit down because we post a lot of cool woke stuff and everybody was hating it, posting racist comments back because you know how Reddit be. We'd post some woke stuff. Like I was trying to say how important like trans kids are and like trans kids matter and that kind of stuff. Like I was like trans kids lives matter, and like it was so weird. Like first Black Lives Matter started harassing me, and then fucking people started posting Confederate flags on their posts, and then some guy posted Bubba Wallace in a noose, and then next thing I know, FBI's liking and subscribing our videos on YouTube. Yeah. So any day now they're gonna be setting us up. So watch out for that. But they took down the subreddit. So I don't know if that's Reddit doesn't want people seeing what these racists are posting in our comments, or if the FBI just doesn't want us keeping up on them watching us. You know, the watchers watching. But yeah, they're still trying to get me to join Facebook again. They asking for my photo ID there. They really want to frame me. But yeah, we'll see what's next for the pod. Hopefully they like and subscribe. You can too. You don't have to be FBI. If you'd prefer to stay away from them, you can follow us on your favorite podcast player. I won't mention which ones we're on there. You know all the good ones. And we hope to catch you on Instagram. Finally past the 1,000 followers. Hopefully by next week we'll be up to 10,000. But we'll see.
Yeah, 1 million followers at the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly. We got our 10 million goal. If you want to flip back and watch that video, we're gonna do some crazy shit.
We got plans.
Yeah, 1 million. We're gonna try to do the drop for Morbid on drugs. 10 million. Me and Todd are gonna punch each other's face in for 25 minutes.
Nice.
Actually, we'll get into the submission moves eventually. Once we can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless one of us KOs the other one. You'll probably KO me, but I'm getting some boxing training from a buddy.
Maybe we should
A
take
buddy
salvia
here.
hits first, and then we'll just see where it goes.
Well, between each round, we'll take a DMT
Each round,
hit.
yeah. By the third one, we're crossing through to the other side.
Yeah, we gotta fight our way through. I wonder if you could even get out of that fucking stool.
Yeah, we just both be sitting in the corner. Be the most boring live stream boxing match.
Okay, we'll at least take a bong toke between each round, and maybe for like the fifth and final round, we'll do DMT or salvia. We don't want to kill each other. We don't want to kill ourselves. No, the 4 championship rounds, we'll do salvia both times.
We gotta do fucking just like some smasher, you know?
So
Old school OSS drugs.
Yeah, William Barr, if you got any old school OSS drugs lying around, email us or text us. I got a DC number there, so it's local. So yeah, hit us up and we can link up with you. We'll meet up in person if you want to kill us, or if you want to just email us some anthrax or some cool old OSS drugs. Like, shoot us an email or a text, and we'll give you the address to send it.
I know they're probably sitting in a warehouse outside New York.
Yeah, exactly. We want, like, I hear that's a lot of Joe Rogan's fans is just the CIA and FBI keeping up on whatever he's talking about and the intelligence there. So they can post on Twitter the opposite.
That's where they collect their intelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Rogan
and then their counterintelligence is all their Twitter accounts. Why do it's
CIA
I don't know.
bots.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we keep trying to end this. It's always fun just ranting and going in at the end.
Yeah.
We hope you guys like it too, and we hope soon enough this whole COVID pandemic thing's over. Yeah, I'm kidding. I don't know if the Chinese government planned it or if a government planned it or if a bat just fucking like Mother Nature planned it through friggin' good planning with.
I don't know if
viruses.
anyone planned it. I mean, for fucking 30 years, people have been saying this was going to happen.
Yeah.
If you listen to doctors at all.
Exactly.
That aren't Fauci.
That aren't Fauci. Yeah, exactly. They knew about they actually produced the bat thing for a while. Bill Gates has been telling us for a while he's going to get us, or they're going to get us, whatever he's been saying. I don't really care. Either way, it's here now. And
Bill Gates has been saying he is going to remove what he calls the African problem.
Yeah, exactly. He's
by killing everyone in Africa.
Yeah, he's passing on his dad's trilogy. That's why we only use Apple iOS and Android.
Yeah, don't trust Windows. I don't support genocide.
Exactly. If you're I only use pirated version of Windows. Come and find me, Windows, Microsoft.
Yeah.
They'll probably kill me before the FBI does. I shouldn't say that. Let's be honest. But yeah, good shit there. But yeah, I don't know why I'm saying but yeah so much. Maybe because I'm getting tired and getting wobbly off the Goose Island.
Maybe because you're talking too much shit about powerful people. You're scared you're gonna shoot yourself in the back of the head.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not starting to feel suicidal, and they're working their fucking satellite brainwave magic on me right now. Oh, I know what I wanted to say when I was ranting about COVID. That's why, because my mind's going 20 miles a minute, and it can only go like 15. It's like a shitty golf cart. But we were hoping to go on our university tour, but that got canceled with COVID.
Oh yeah.
Just like our studio, just like our podcast studio.
Yeah.
So that's all coming soon. 2025, we're thinking everything's probably going to be. We'll be able to go out in a hazmat suit by then. We'll be able to afford one. They're probably going to be up to like $20 million. So right now, I still can't afford one, but hazmat suits are the new homes. Like, you thought homes in Vancouver and Toronto were expensive? Try buying a hazmat suit right now.
You thought Japanese apartments were small? Try wearing a hazmat suit.
Yeah, exactly. when everywhere is Chaz and all the houses are burnt down from the riots, you're gonna be hoping you have a hazmat suit to sleep in. Yeah. But I actually support that shit. I don't support Chaz. That's fucking retarded. But the rest, the Black Lives Matter, defunding the police, getting the money into other social support services, having
Yeah.
people beef the first responders, finding different ways that you can get the right people or the right interaction to de-escalate things and to properly care for these people in your community, rather than having the police show up and them have to deal with it with the training they're not trained for. The same way teachers probably should get more mental health training, or there should be a
Yeah.
different type of teacher for people that have mental health problems. Because I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
I don't understand.
there's a wider issue with mental health. Like we need just training across the board and more treatment. I mean, barely
Yeah.
anyone's treated for mental health conditions, and
Yeah,
almost everyone has some.
and that's especially the cops. Because the
Yeah,
racist
especially
cops,
the cops.
especially the
they're
racist cops.
yeah.
But yeah, if anything, they should just like start giving the cops the opposite of LASIK surgery, so they're blind, and then like maybe they'll just shoot people that talk like a southern drawl or like slow,
Yeah.
like some sort of racist type shit another way, and it'll be like we could all fool the cops easier then, and some white people will have to talk like black guys to take the hit, and then that'll just get the cops defunded. Like if the protest don't work, that's a good alternative plan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how we're gonna get one of the cop stations to agree to do the reverse LASIK, but
Threaten to burn them down.
yeah, exactly. It's if we get more white people shot by the cops, I think we could change things, take their guns away. But yeah, I'm totally kidding. I really think whatever white people can do to support black people, if that's get out of the way completely,
Yeah.
or if that's just speaking about it, which I think it's both. I think everybody needs to be on the same page, or else nothing gets done. Because there's too many racists that can fucking be on different sides. So we need someone to bridge the gap and get both people talking and compromising.
Yeah.
Or the people that are in the fence should agree with whatever side is correct. And in this time, I think there is an understanding that all humans should be equals, and that means Black Lives Matter, because we already know other lives are put in priority, and that's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all need to be putting things into perspective, like black, white, brown, we need to focus on the real enemy,
Human
Asians.
rights. Yeah. That's true. They do have the numbers on us, so like yeah, and they're really fucking smart. They probably made Todd say that.
Yeah.
The Chinese government paid Todd to say that, so our pod would get taken down. But yeah, you're not wrong. We need to be careful. Because Asians are the most motherfuckers out.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it was Dave Chappelle who said, like America's gonna lose because everyone in America is racist and everyone in China is Chinese.
Oh yeah, that's good shit. Yeah. But yeah, it's true. Like they're the most racist shit. Like we talked about it before. I kind of agree with them caving to China being racist to get in there, but it doesn't make it right. Like it doesn't mean China's not racist, or like they aren't grown up with those values, immigrated here, and maybe reteach people those values the same way white people have. Like
yeah,
like everyone or a lot of places, like the reason why you want lighter skin is so that you look richer, and that's fucking wrong. So
yeah,
let's all team together, fight against the rich, do it in whatever way is possible, and fight, more importantly, for human rights right now. Support Black lives, support Hong Kong. Let's stick up for human rights, no matter what that is. Just shut up about what disagreeing with things. Support human rights issues. You don't have to say one's more important than another, because they're all fucking important as hell. So yeah, I don't want to hear the arguments. I want to just hear the support. And if you don't support it, if you can't support it, shut up. It's that easy. But yeah, we've been rambling on and on. We've already told you to like and subscribe. Rate us 5 stars or get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Rate us 5 stars or get the fuck out of here. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and if you're not already subscribed on all your favorite podcast players and on YouTube, tell your friends to do the same.
Yeah.
Share us. Follow us on Instagram. Make a few extra Instagram accounts to follow us. Make a few extra YouTubes to follow us. We appreciate the support. If you're not going to send us money, do that shit. Spend some time hooking up the pod, helping out the pod. If you're going to just click on it and then click away, don't even bother going to YouTube, you fuckface. And yeah, if there's anything you want to buy from the pod, let us know. We'll get that out there. Like, we got some cool fucking hoodies, some cool t-shirts from Bong Toke Productions coming out with a new logo for the podcast soon. We're gonna put those shirts out soon. We're gonna have some hats to give away, exclusive hats you won't be able to buy. You'll only be able to give them away by following us on Instagram, subscribing to the YouTube, and participating in those contests. So
big giveaway contests coming up.
Yeah, so we're going to be giving away hats, giving away stickers, maybe giving away orders from different mushroom sites. Like, we'll test them out and send them to you on our behalf and just get your review back. That cool shit like that. Some funny ass shit like that. Mail order mushrooms is a new thing now that weed's legal in Canada.
Yeah.
So, we'd love to get you guys participating in on the pod. So, if you like and share, we'll be able to get more people out there. If you buy the merch, we'll be able to get a homeless guy lunch and upgrade our gear, upgrade our following, and just do the damn thing. But we appreciate you sticking around for this long. If you're still watching, cool. If you're not still watching at this point, we hope you're busy fucking killing yourself. or already took care of the fucking job. So yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, if you have any friends who aren't listening, tell them to fuck their mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just start throwing our fucking podcast on a mixtape right through their window, just
yeah, exactly. If they're dumb and they don't understand, put it on while they're sleeping. You can put it on mute and just put the closed captions on, absorb them through the eyelids while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Leave the computer running in the background. Maybe osmosis, maybe. And if you're smart, you'll put some headphones on, you'll plug them shits in, and you'll just sleep while it plays and absorb all this fucking info. Maybe listen to it every night. Maybe a few weeks later, you'll be telling your friends some crazy facts about how Stanley Lovell built a friggin' crazy poop weapon or some other funny shit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're listening already, just play it in your sleep on loop too. We know most people plug in their phone, so we suggest you plug in your computer, you put the headphones in your computer, and you listen to it on YouTube or Google Podcasts. Yeah, that way if you're deaf, just put the closed captions on while you sleep. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, we're handy capable. We appreciate it. And yeah, we're coming to a show near you as soon as COVID's done. 2050. We just heard some news. We're pushing the date back
Yeah.
But yeah, with any luck, this whole thing will blow over within the next decade.
Yeah. We'll be coming to a university near you.
Yeah, exactly. Or a comedy club, but we hear all the comedy clubs are going to go bankrupt between now and then. So
Yeah. They're still open.
yeah,
If they close, we'll probably
yeah,
just be on street corners where
yeah,
there used to be comedy clubs.
yeah, exactly. If they're open, we'll go there. We'll support the shit out of them all we can. But yeah, we'll see you in the flesh, and in the meantime, we'll see you in the tech, and maybe high on psychedelics, we'll telepathically speak. All right, but yeah, that's it. Before we keep rambling on about some other dumb crap.
Yeah.
Peace, homies.